So I just hiked to the top of the lake chutes here at Breckenridge, and this is some of Breck's hardest terrain. And I wanted to kind of walk you guys through my thought process of when I'm riding super gnarly, high consequence runs. Because I thought it'd be kind of fun, you know, like a lot of people look at these runs and like, I want to do that one day, but there's no way. And I just kind of want to talk you through it. So first things first, you got to pick your line. I haven't truly decided where I want to drop yet. I'm gonna kind of come look over here. We haven't gotten snow in a while too, so I do know that it's a little firm, but it actually is looking pretty good. So I'm looking at this line right here through the middle of the rocks, and I've always gone riders right. I kind of want to take a line to the left, I think, today. So a whole new line for me. So I'm standing above it, and the first thing you want to do is just kind of see what's going on. So I'm looking at snow conditions. Does it look super icy? No, actually it looks kind of nice, good snow. Second thing I'm looking at is rocks. What rocks do I need to avoid? Where do I need to go around? Because it's Breckenridge, a lot of people have ridden it. You kind of see the more chosen paths. And I do know that the rocks in here are really sharp and unforgiving. So I want to be, careful with the rocks and lines that I choose. The next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that my gear is nice and tight. You don't want your gear to fail on you when you're in a line like this. I do see that I got some shade as well, that I got to expect firmer snow in the shade. It hasn't been getting hit by the sun. So I'm doing that, and then I want to see, how do I want to come in here? Sometimes if you come in the most common path, which is like right over here, is where most people come in. That might be your iciest entrance because more people are coming in there because they're gonna be sliding in and scraping away the snow. Also, when you're doing a line like this, don't worry about being pretty. Maybe if you get first drop and it's untouched PAL, you can be like, I'm trying to make my prettiest turns. But when it's like blown out, everything like that, this is just technical, tough riding for the sake of living. It's not gonna be pretty. All the skiers that are about to comment, way to scrape all the snow away. That's how you stop as a snowboarder. And I see skiers do the same thing. You don't want to go 90 miles per hour into one of these rocks. That would absolutely suck. So I could go, see, I'm tempted to come in this way. I know the snow will be nicer, but I'm gonna come a little bit this way. You're gonna get the most speed when you drop in. So I'm gonna take all the speed I have to the left. So if I come in on my heel side edge, I can take all my speed this way. And then I can kind of come down, keep surveying. You can see that I am just sending tons of slough and snow down. I gotta get past this bump right here. That's my most challenging thing right now, is coming and getting past this guy. And at some point, I need to make a turn, it'd be nice to get to my toe side edge. Still hop 180. Now it is more comfortable and safer to be on your toe side in gnarly terrain like this, because I can always come in and like plop and stop and survey. I can grab the mountain if I need to. The more you're on your toe side edge, even if it's switched, the better in gnarlier terrain. So I can see my next turn right here. I have a little bit of a jump turn. That was feeling really good. I'm starting to see more rocks as I come this way, but I really do want to scope this left side out. So a little firmer over here. Once again, I'm just trying to control my speed, not trying to do anything crazy wonky. Snowboard's super pretty. Jump turn. If I wasn't making this video, I'd be riding this a little faster, trying to get talking point speed. But over here, and I can see by the paths that people have taken, this is, if I want to ride this left side, come over this way. Now, I'm noticing that this run is starting to mellow out. I have, if I ever need to point, I can decide, okay, if I need a point, I'm gonna go this direction. I do have a bunch of crappy rocks right here to get by. So I have two choices in this moment. I can kind of butt scoot over these or just not care about my snowboard and go over it, or I can backtrack. That's why I strategically stopped at this point, and I could backtrack and go a less rocky way through. But past those rocks, it looks like it might be a little bit nicer, some turns. But if it was a powder day and maybe those rocks were a little bit more buried down there, I think this is a fun drop. You can drop it and take it left, I just see your options, what you got going on here. So I'm gonna take the harder route than this easier right here, just for the sake of the video, so you guys can kind of see how I will navigate this harder section. So I like my snowboard, so I'm not gonna just absolutely really go over it. I'm trying to keep my edge still because I don't want to slip out on my butt and start sliding. Boom. Now I'm past that harder section. Now I'm in a zone where I feel like I can snowboard. Dude, all the snow fluff coming down. But now I'm in the clear. I've done it. You can ride out, and then look at all the snow I may fall down. Or we can ride this way. Woo. Yeah, Cody! That's my filmer. That's how I manage a pretty gnarly line. Snow conditions are actually great. I've actually gone in there way sketchier. So let's run this back. I got something I want to share with you on the chairlift, and then we'll do another line in there, kind of just talk about these super gnarly, epic backcountry runs. So these are inbounds, but this is how you get ready for backcountry riding. Okay, so another thing to help you with those big mountain gnarly lines is to snag an evolution sticker to let everyone know that you're part of Team Buckhouse as you're flying down those chutes like Officer Danger did with the blue sticker on the helmet and the white sticker on the snowboard. Absolutely looking insane, guys. You're going to evolution sticker. We have tons of colors and styles and versions for anybody's style out there. If you do snag it, tag me on Instagram and I'll give you guys gear and sticker shout outs in the vlogs or the how-tos, or just when I feel like shouting you guys out like I just did. And thank you to everyone that does snag the merch. It helps me make these videos for a living. But it also gave me time to show that's what we just rode right over there, this nice rocky face. And so as we're on the lift and we know we're going to do that, I was already scoping my line. So if you're approaching your gnarly chute and you have the luxury of looking at it before you ride it, look and see what you want to do. So I rode up and I decided I wanted to take that left exit out of the chute like we were talking about. So that's what we did. And then I'm looking at the right chute and I'm like, okay, if I do the right exit, I'm probably going to have to jump over a little rock real quick. We're going to do that this time, but I'm looking at it, I'm observing it. So you guys can be like, I don't want to ride through the rocks like Buckhouse did. I want to go through the big open bowl with way less rocks, but that entry is a little gnarlier than his entry was. But you know, you're picking your gnarly when you're doing this type of stuff. So scope your line from the chairlift. That's what I want to say in the lift. And now let's get back up there and let's do another line and let's keep talking. Up we go. All right, we're back up top. I'm gonna kind of do the same thing, just a little cleaner, a little better. Double check my gear, like I said. And we're gonna try to exit riders right, skiers right. Should be fun, so I'm taking all my speed this way. So usually getting in is your hardest part. And then once you're in, things started getting a lot easier. Cody had a good point on the lift. He was like, if you slip out and if you can't stop your riding off a cliff, you better be confident in the turns that you're taking. Jump turns, going slow. Everything like that. All right, so we're gonna check out the rider's right exit over this way. Now it looks like to me I can like squeeze through, kind of do this slower, or I could get a little sendy. There's no rocks after this, just a little couple bumps. Like, do I want to try and get gnarly is the question. So I'm gonna just ride a little closer to this, scrape away all the snow. Now we got a really good picture of like what I can do. I could see the being on the toe side, got my knees. So I can go left and around, super easy. I could go right, but then I have to make immediate toe side turn, or I could just jump out and try to just ride the chunder. Kind of want to, for the sake of this video, kind of take the harder route, kind of go with the jump and then try to ride out the chunder. So I'm gonna... Did you see how where I took that speed? On a nicer day, I would have took it more down because I knew that was gonna be chundery and brutal. I wanted to catch an edge and ride that edge across the fall line and then just wait till I kind of ran out of speed. That's a little pro tip for you guys right there. Well, we did it. This is a pretty steep pitch. I don't know what the pitch is. Cody gonna tell us. So we're on a 35 to 40 right here. I'm sure somewhere in the rock, we're definitely in the 40, 45 degree. So it's steep, guys. This is tough riding, but I believe you can do it. Start on a resort. You don't have to worry about avalanches in here because they've come through and they've mitigated it. If you do get in a sticky situation, you know, there is help pretty quickly available for you. But obviously, baby steps, you might not be fully ready for this. So just know you and try. And it's one of those things where you don't have to do the hardest line. That's what I did. You could have came down on this side, way more open, way easier to get through here if you're not feeling to get sendy, have a mandatory air at the end to get out type of line. But I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, I need you to do a favor, like, subscribe, snag a sticker, let everyone know you're part of Team Buckhouse. But with that, thank you so much for shredding with me today. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. We'll see you tomorrow in another video. It's daily on this channel. We do stuff like this daily.